What's up YouTube, I'm Mike. Today I'm back with another update video. I tried to post a video for everyone earlier today and shocking, it got caught in the YouTube filter. I guess I really shouldn't be surprised. It was another takedown video. But today I just got back from the gym. Just got through hitting back day for the first time in basically 2 weeks. I had missed like 10 days in the gym with my new job training. And then I started back to the gym, but obviously, you know, I have 4 training days in there, so it's been about 2 weeks, give or take, since I hit back. Obviously, every one of these routines that I've been doing remind me of how thankful that I am that I got into bodybuilding and not powerlifting, because every time I take even the slightest amount of break, I lose strength relative to where I was at. Now, obviously, it comes back quickly. But it's really nice being in bodybuilding where you can take a day, a week. Shit, I've taken, 3 months off at a time. And really, you don't lose a tremendous amount when it comes to gains if you continue to eat right and keep your hormone levels up. So the little 10-day break that I had from the gym really did nothing more than allow my body to fully rest and recuperate. And since I started hitting it again, as many people suspected and suggested, my muscles are just rebounding right back to where they were. I'm very happy to report that the trend gods have bestowed their bounty upon me. This is what you get when you stay true to the trend faith. I made the videos earlier in the week saying that I'd been feeling miserable, I wasn't getting enough sleep, crybaby, all the problems were going on in my life because I was having to adjust to a new work schedule. And what I did to combat all of the misery that I was experiencing was increase my Trenbolone dose. That is what you do. Like I said in my previous video, Trenbolone is always the answer to any question you could have. And so when I was struggling to get into a new schedule, I had faith in the trend gods to lift me up, and lift me up they did. Suddenly I got my energy back, and I'm very happy to report that in my first full day of work, outside of training, on the street, hustling like I know how to hustle, I sold my first industrial truck on day 1 with a whole bunch of profit in it. Came to the office to an array of fist bumps and congratulations from everybody in the office. It was a great experience to day 1 go out and prove that I was the right person to hire for this job and close a nice, good icebreaker deal to get the month started. There's nothing better in sales than that first icebreaker sale. It gives you all of the confidence that you need to continue to invest in the game. One of the rough things that prevents a lot of people from succeeding in sales is you get kicked in the dick a lot. The vast majority of your interactions, people tell you no. You're only going to close a very small percentage of the opportunities that you have. And so generally it is a numbers game. It is a grind to crank, there's all kinds of metrics. If you make 20 cold calls, you'll get 4 appointments. If you get 4 appointments, you might get 2 chances to quote. You might close 1 deal, whatever. The numbers are much bigger than that, but it's effectively like that. So when you're in sales, it's a numbers game. You have to get in front of the maximum number of people as possible to get the maximum number of opportunities as possible, knowing that you're only going to close a small portion of those opportunities. I closed the very first opportunity that I got. One of the things that I've talked about in the past is how much of a major factor being in great physical shape is in any work environments, but especially in sales. One of the things you have to understand about my job is that what I do is I try to close business on the phone, and I try to close business in person or in email. There's multiple forms of communication, but a lot of my business is generated by literally going door to door in businesses. In today's economy, most businesses do not have receptionists. Their front doors are locked. Most people, you cannot just walk in the door of a business. I've talked about this before. The reception that I have been getting yet again in my business when I'm going to front doors, back doors, through shipping and receiving, climbing up on somebody's dock. I had 2 girls on the day that I sold my first truck. I've got women stumbling over themselves trying to get to the front door to let me in to talk about whatever it is I can possibly sell them. One of the girls that I met literally walked out of her office and did like a recoil. She looked me up and down. She was literally like eating out of my hand the whole time I was doing my little presentation. And at the end, she agreed to use me as a source for rental equipment. And right before I walked out of her business, she kind of grabbed my shoulder. She kind of like patted me on the shoulder and like grabbed my shoulder and goes, "Keep working out." Dude, when you can get that kind of a reaction from women in sales, it is a total game changer. When I crawl up on somebody's dock and sit at the guy going, "Hey, what are you doing in here? Get out of here. You don't belong here." The guy's like, "Damn, bro, you got huge shoulders. What do you eat? What are you taking? Where do you lift?" They immediately want to talk to you, so it cuts through their natural defenses. Generally, when you're trying to sell to somebody, they don't want to be bothered by you. They're in the middle of their day, you're an interruption, they're not the decision maker, whatever it is, there's a million reasons for somebody to just tell you to get lost. When you walk into a business looking like I look, people look for excuses to talk to you rather than excuses to get rid of you. And that is a total game changer in the business world. I suspect that this would be true in any form of employment. People like to be around people who look successful. One of the things that my wife said that kind of blew my hair back, it was really novel thought. She said to me the other day, because I keep having all these people talk to me about like healthy living styles. And my wife was like, I think that a lot of people who are not involved in the bodybuilding community, they see a guy that's built like me and they imagine that I eat really healthy and that I'm like a health nut, that I go to the gym a lot, that I count my calories because I'm so lean and vascular and peeled. A lot of people apparently don't just jump to the conclusion of steroids. And so people are looking at me and they're imagining that I'm very successful at being this very health conscious person. And that gives them this mentality that they want to do business with me. People want to be around other people who are successful. So when I pull up out front in a brand new BMW and I get out in tight fitting clothes and my body's lean and peeled and vascular and athletic looking, this conveys to them that I am successful in what I'm doing, and people want to do business with successful people. They want to know successful people. They want to be associated with successful people. That's why bodybuilding can be so much more than this egotistical mind game, this dysphoric thing that we all get caught up into. To the rest of the world who are not living in this space, they don't know just how unhealthy I really am. I've got people coming to me for health advice and I'm like, dude, if you had any idea what it takes to look like this, you would have nothing to do with me. But the average American does not get that. And when you're going door to door or when you're operating in a business environment, it is absolutely game changing. So I sold equipment my first day on the job, which immediately put me in front of the general manager, all the sales managers, going through the process of finalizing this deal. It gives you the best start to a month because at the end of the day, I am a commissioned employee. And so when you put a number on the board right out the gate, it gives you that momentum that you need to carry you through the rest of the month. Now I may not sell another thing. Maybe it was complete beginner's luck. But the reaction that I'm getting from people suggests something else. It suggests that I've got the right attitude and demeanor to be able to succeed. Once again, this job, which, it shouldn't come as a surprise, I was making a ton of money before I quit. The other thing that I'm very, very happy to report is that, as I said in the beginning, I stayed faithful to the trend gods and they have bestowed their bounty upon me. I got on the scale last night right before going to bed and I was at 211 and a half pounds. So I'm almost back up already to my max low the max I ever got to at night was 218. I was hovering around 216 normally. After 2 or 3 days back in the gym, I'm back up to almost 212 pounds in the evening. My abs are looking great. My muscles are filling back up. The glycogen is going back to where I need it. The calories are going back to where I need it. So just like that, Everything that I needed to be motivated to continue going forward is already returning. My body weight's going up. My energy levels are going up. I'm finally free of the training environment so I can live my own schedule. All of next week, I'm going to be on my own. Basically from here on out, I am on my own. So I'm back to living as much of my schedule as I can. This particular company has a few more meetings than I would really like to have, but it is what it is. I will be on the road again, doing what I love to do, which is closing business, because that facilitates the hunter in me. And the trend plays a massive role in setting fire to that primal urge. It gives you the energy you need when it's 105 degrees outside. You're walking around in the heat in somebody's warehouse, and you walk out the front door and you want to go get an AC in the car, but you see a lift truck or you see a piece of equipment on the dock across the street, and you just walk across the street because you are hungry for more business. It gives you that extra level of motivation necessary to keep pushing, just like in the gym. Just like in the gym, when you get on roids and you have those extra 2 or 3 sets in the tank that you're able to push through, that you would have mentally quit on, off cycle, you get on cycle and you just have that extra drive to get a few more reps on every set. The same thing happens in the business world, where you have that extra drive to just knock 1 or 2 or 3 more doors, pick up the phone, work a little bit longer, hustle a little bit harder. And all of those things, those 2 or 3 extra sets per exercise that you do on cycle is what makes the difference between gaining and losing. Those extra 2 or 3 cold calls or phone calls or emails that you send make the difference between succeeding and failing. All of it, at the end of the day, bodybuilding and sales are both numbers games. When we go into the gym, we are playing the numbers. How many sets, how many reps, how much weight, how much time under tension. It is a numbers game that allows you to build the body that I have, to build the bodies that you guys are building. How many grams of protein, how many calories. It's all about the numbers. When you're on the street, or when you're in the office, when you're writing emails, when you're making phone calls, it's all about the numbers. How many touches did I get? How many emails did I send? How many calls did I get connected? How many meetings did I run? How many appointments did I set? How many quotes did I write? It's a numbers game either way. And the Trenbolone gives you the drive and the hunger and the aggression to push the numbers to the maximum. It's what allows you to grow in the gym, and it's what allows you to grow in the business world. I cannot beat this point to death enough. Trenbolone is a staple in any hormone replacement therapy. This is backed up by science. I've made a number of videos about this. Low doses of Trenbolone are more effective at building and maintaining muscle than high doses of testosterone with fewer side effects. This idea that Trenbolone is not safe is completely unfounded. I run Trenbolone year-round, and I will continue to run it year-round as long as my body will tolerate it, which should be, in all reality, until I die. Because again, low doses of Tren are safer than high doses of testosterone. One of the things that I need to do, in all honesty, is start bringing my testosterone dose down. I have gotten so dependent on just 500 milligrams of test, that it's hard for me to wrap my head around taking it any lower. But clearly I'm going to have to, because I broke my D again. I had been taking 1 milligram of Arimidex every single day. That's 7 milligrams of Arimidex per week since I was on the mint. My D game was massively improved. I made a video saying it was all the way back. I started to think maybe I was knocking it a little low, and so I reduced my dose. I took like half a milligram one day, then a milligram, then half a milligram, or like half a milligram and a day off, and broke my D game completely again. All the signs and symptoms consistent with my estrogen having had increased. Being able to get in the game but not stay completely hard. All of the familiar problems have returned over the last couple of days. So I'm back to pounding the Arimidex at 1 milligram per day. So in case you're curious, the total androgen load as I sit right now is 500 milligrams of Test C, 200 milligrams of Deca, 400 milligrams of Mast E, 125 milligrams of Tren E, 50 milligrams of Proviron per day, 25 milligrams of MK677 per day, I'm taking 0 Caber at this point. I'm probably going to go Monday or Tuesday, probably Tuesday or Wednesday, and at least get my prolactin checked, if not my E2 and prolactin, because I have been off the Caber for quite a while now, and I can't be certain whether or not the D-game issues I'm having could possibly be prolactin induced. I don't know yet. I definitely don't have any depression or any of the other signs of high prolactin. So I have been staying away from the Caber for the time being. I do not know what the mint did to my body, but it seems to have like irreparably changed something. I have never had to take this amount of 8X in my lifetime. Anytime I ever got anywhere close to this dose, I would crash my E2 into the toilet. I've run this level of test with Deca before with no problems. I have run all of these compounds in the exact same dosages that I'm running right now, and I have never had, I've never required this much Arimidex. I do not know what is going on. I don't know if the mint broke something, but I'm telling you right now, I know other people seem to have good experiences with it. I would stay absolutely the fuck away from mint. I think it is possibly one of the worst compounds ever made. I wanted to believe differently. I had hoped that the second I took it out of my cycle that everything would just snap back to normal, and it's just taking entirely too long. Again, I'll reserve complete judgment until I get my blood work back. Maybe I crashed my estrogen, but I just don't have any signs of it. Again, last time I didn't think I had the signs of high E2, so I have completely ruled out any thoughts of being able to trust the way that my body feels anymore. So basically there you have it. My strength is not where I want it to be in the gym, but my physique is looking phenomenal. My appetite is increasing. My weight is increasing. I'm already killing it at work. Everything at home is getting much better. My family's getting adjusted to the schedule. My wife and I are in a nice little groove, making sure that we get the kids taken care of earlier in the day so that she and I still have our time at night. I'm starting to slowly get back into YouTube, slowly getting back onto Discord, trying to be a little bit more active there. I've made some rather heated content today that'll be in the members section until they approve it. If they don't approve it, then it's going to stay there. If you want to see the upcoming heated, unhinged, uncensored content, definitely consider joining the members section or the OF page. I've got Trinity 1 on OF. I try to post as much of my content, if not all of it, there as well. So there's numerous ways of continuing to follow and support the channel, and all of those are appreciated. If you need testosterone or hormone replacement therapy, reach out to royalmedicalcenter.com. Use code MikeFitted. Sign up. They will give you a 6-month discount. You get everything delivered to your door, your needles, your syringes, everything, your enclomiphene. It's a one-stop shop for your hormone replacement therapy. Somebody in my Discord today was asking the question, is it worth it if you have natural testosterone in the middle of the range, like 650 nanograms per deciliter? Is it still worth it to go on TRT? If you're asking me, not medical advice, 100%. I think 100% of people on planet Earth should be on hormone replacement therapy. I would put my son on it today, right now, if I could. If he wanted to, if he came in here and said, Dad, I'm ready to hit the fucking needle, I would be on it immediately. I think letting your body do its own work is absolutely asinine. The hormone levels that our bodies maintain, they don't maintain them. They fluctuate all over the place. It's one of the major causes of all of the hormone problems that kids go through is their hormones are all over the place. The acne, the moodiness, the irritability, the aggression, all of these things are caused by them first being exposed to androgens, but also the very inconsistent pulsatile nature in which the body produces them. The same thing is true for women. I think exogenous introduction of hormones is the only way to go for 100% of people on Earth. I would be, even if I had a 1,000 nanogram per deciliter testosterone level, I would still be on hormone replacement therapy, because if for no other reason than my free T is still going to be disproportionately high to my total T when I'm pinning it exogenously. I'm going to suppress more SHBG. I'm going to have more control of my entire steroid profile if I take care of it exogenously. I am just counting the days until my son comes in here and goes, Dad, I'm ready to see where the dark side can take me. Right now, he's doing it, well, not perfectly natty. He does take Arimidex for his pubertal gyno. So technically, right then and there already, you know, you can't really claim natty. But he's making great progress, even in his semi-natty state. And I hope he continues, because I think it's the best endeavor anyone can engage in. So there you have it. I'm super glad to be making content again. I'm super glad to have the energy levels to do it, and the time to invest in Discord and this channel. There for a while, it just felt like time was at an absolute premium. I could not get enough time with my wife and with my kids, and now things have massively come back down to normal. Being able to work from home in the mornings and evenings is a game changer. Not getting up so damn early has been huge too. So you should continue to see more content from me. And I've got some experiments coming down the pipe as far as bodybuilding pharmacology goes. But first, I've got to get this estrogen figured out. So that's probably going to be the next step, is to go get some more blood work and find out where we're at. So that is the update. Thank you for everyone who continues to follow the channel, support me in every ways that you can. And thank you for watching. And as always, we'll see you on the next one.